Okay. Welcome, Ninju.
Thank you.
We are live, and we're going to cover Group B of the tournament. This is the first elimination round because these players were in the top 8. We've the winner gets to skip semifinals and goes straight to finals. And the other 3 players will take a trip to semifinals, but they'll basically face elimination if they lose that game. So this is a huge game for 4 really good players. Got JoyDivision, Mr. Dur, Prince Ali, and Halloworhorcrux. And the winner, see the winner in finals for sure. Thanks for joining me, Ninju.
Yeah, thanks for letting me jump onto this. This is an exciting group of players and good high stakes, so it's pretty cool. I guess you can have a lot of excitement with like whatever level of players though. Like our match last night was pretty entertaining, even though it was like Group D, but it was cool. There was some good play. Like that Albion mechanical play was actually really good from, it seemed like, from Suave J. So that was cool.
Yeah, he overcame what I would characterize as a pretty difficult bid in that game. I mean, sitting at
that was a bad bid.
3 coins on Albion Mechanical. Basically just 9 coin advantage over Nordic Patriotic going into the game. And
should not have
11 coin on Saxony Militant is it's a hard road to hoe. Hey Avi. Welcome to the chat. This is Ninju. Ninju is joining me for this one. So we're just we're hanging out in the bidding room and waiting for them to make the bid room. Oh, they're using the new app. Okay, so give me just a minute to get that app up.
Who built the beloved pacifist site? Where did that come from?
I think Smug Skull originally. Oh, the beloved pacifist sites. That's Chimpo. I think it's been a while, but
Oh, okay. I thought Joy was building some sort of website too.
Joy's been working on some stuff. I'm not really sure what. Okay, so we got in here. Yeah, Avi, it's great to have you here. You know, you wait too long, and I'm gonna forget who Virtual Destructor is. If you don't drop by now and again. So we didn't miss anything. Joy's in, Hallow's in, Prince Ali's in, and we're just waiting on Mr. Dur here. He says he needs 5 minutes. So unfortunately, we don't know the combos yet, but we can talk a little bit about the scenario. I think a lot of people watching are probably in the tournament or have been in the tournament, but if anyone's dropped by who's not, we can talk a little bit about the structure of the tournament. There were 3 preliminary rounds, and the top 16 players moved on. The top 8 are divided into 2 games of 4. The winners of those 2 games go straight to finals and occupy 2 of the 4 slots in finals. And that's what we're watching tonight, is one of those games. Now, each round of the tournament has what's called a scenario, which is a special little rule or specifically scoring mechanism that we've added that we can't embed into the digital edition game, obviously, but we can count it for basically for score for tournament counting. What am I trying to say? At the end of the tournament game, we take the score, we take out the bids, and then we add in this additional scoring mechanic. So this particular game, you get $2 for every farm that you control at the end of the game, and $1 or 1 coin rather for every food you control at the end of the game. And Ninja, you're for anyone who missed it, it was last night, right?
Yeah.
Actually got to stream your game last night. It was pretty crazy. The players took the whole creating food aspect of the scenario pretty seriously.
Yeah, that was really creative from Kurt Dog, the Saxony militant player, just like mass-produced food. And I was like, oh, that's a problem for me.
Yeah,
'Cause
so it was a really interesting strategy. It certainly made his points hard to keep up with because so many
yeah,
of them were wrapped up in the food. But there were two issues with it. One was they didn't really get to spread at all. So pretty much everybody had the run of the board besides him. And the other thing was that food was all available to be stolen. And before the end of the game, it was. Virtual
yeah.
Destructor, can you please also mention the only person to win all 3 qualifying rounds? I don't think anyone won all 3 qualifying rounds. Ninju, did anyone win 3 games in a row in the qualifying rounds? I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
No.
Not that I know of.
No, everyone lost at least once. So I don't know what Virtual Destructor's talking about.
It's super hard to win. For me, one of them, but like 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3, like that's tough, I think.
No, we'll give him a shout out. Avi D. Mayer won all 3 of his games in the preliminary rounds. So hat off to Avi here, even if he's fishing for the compliment.
I know he went. I know he won 1 with Russ V. I think it was against you in the first round.
No, I didn't play Avi.
Oh,
all right. Dur just joined the bidding. Stop crying, Avi. I took my hat off to you, my proverbial hat. There it is. Okay, what do we got here? We've got. Are you spectating, Ninju, the bids?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So we got Polania Industrial, Albion Militant, Tagawa Mechanical, and Saxony Patriotic. So basically, first impression, Tagawa Mechanical's here so that we can have high bids. That's that's why.
Albion Militant's not that bad, I think. Which I'm just like looking at what's strong, what's weak. Saxony Patriotic looks, let's see, the best to me. I'm trying to think in terms of the challenge. It's about controlling food territories and food. Saxony's not great at that. Polania, they basically control 1. Saxony kind of controls the tunnel 1.
I mean, I feel like if this were a straight up game, I would definitely want Polania Industrial.
I gravitate towards Saxony Patriotic. The thing is, Polania Industrial. So Albion's gonna be like easy pickings, low power, and slower. So Polania Industrial's right next to them, fast, and starts with 3 combat cards. So, I think I would probably want Polania Industrial too. Because you can end the game before anyone's even like done anything. Like maybe that challenge doesn't even come into play.
Yeah. One thing to keep in mind is it's Albion Militant. So, I mean, they could have an endless turn too if they want it. So
that's true.
You're probably not making it to Albion before they get combat cards. But I still like Polania here, and I think the players in this game are showing that they kind of feel the same way. Let's tier list this real quick for those of you at home. We've got Polania Industrial on the left side up there is A tier. Albion Militant is going to be hanging out at B tier. Tagawa Mechanical way down there in F tier, and Saxony Patriotic at B tier. So the Polania Industrial, the highest on the tier list, and it also goes first, which is something to not overlook.
No, especially with a fast combo that goes first. Like the other people might all get 1 less turn in the game. They probably will.
Yeah. So the way Dur and Joy are bidding is kind of impatient. They just want to get this bidding on with. Should Polania Industrial go for 15 while Saxony Patriotic goes for 0? Probably not. But they know
like 5 at a time. Sorry.
They know that we're not going to be 15-0-0-0. They know that the other 2 combos are going to get bid up some. I would laugh so hard if Dur took Tagawa Mechanical for 0 right now. It's not going to happen.
Accident. I think Dur might take it at the end though.
Yeah.
He's the first person to pick up like the under, I think like a Tagawa, and also like something that seems like F tier, but he can make it like D tier or something.
I really kind of think chat's pointing out, Avi's pointing out that Polania could hide a bunch of food in Rusviet's base. Tagawa could of course get to it. I kind of see, you know, if I had to guess, Joy's going to end up on Polania, Hallow on Albion, Dur on Tagawa, and Prince Ali on Saxony. So that's my guess. We'll see if I'm right.
Hallow likes IFA, and Joy likes to have priority. I think, because I don't know. Joy's creative. Like even if it goes late game with his early game, like combo, he can make something happen.
He really likes Polania Industrial too.
He does? Okay.
Mm-hmm. That specific combo, I know he really likes and has been, over a significant period of time, very successful with it in ranked games. So I think that he's very comfortable playing with it. Likes the idea of having it, and he's a very aggressive player with it, gets a lot of early spread. And if the encounters start rolling, I mean, watch out.
Yeah, I mean, he can take combats. Even if Albion is getting early enlist, they're still going to be, like, underdeveloped compared to how fast Polania Industrial can, like, be in their face. So, like, they may not have any, like, mechs. So, like, Joy can, or, like whoever takes Polania Industrial, I think they can get some advantages still. Saxony Patriotic is like kind of a slow start. Is gonna start really slow, but it produces so many coins. Do you think they'll try to like get on? When I play Saxony Patriotic, I've started to go out on the map a lot earlier, like way quicker. Do you think they'll try to get out into like the center of the board quicker?
I mean, we'll see. The typical meta strat with Saxony Patriotic is trade for oil, move, produce oil, move, you double upgrade, deploy, move and bolster, produce, trade for metal, deploy, produce, deploy, and then you can get out on the board with 5 workers. It's like turn 8 or 9.
I think turn 11 you wrote it to me. Yeah.
So
I'm trying to remember. It's like you get your third mech on turn 13 or something, and you're on the village tunnel and
what you're hoping for is you're hoping for basically for 4 metal off that encounter, because you get 4 metal off that encounter, or like an upgrade with 2 food, or an upgrade and 2 resources of your choice. It's a game changer. So
yeah, it saves you a turn.
I feel like this bid by Dur here is kind of high. I'm not sure I like Saxony Patriotic for 10 with Polania Industrial just at 15. I don't see Polania Industrial going much higher. I think maybe 17 is the upper limit of that. I see Albion Militant kicking around at maybe 6. And I guess Saxony Patriotic has to be around 10 or more. It's just hard because
17.
I mean, Novad says if the game goes long enough, Sax could do well with high power and mobility. The problem is everybody who is not Polania for the first 12 to 13 turns is going to just be helpless watching Polania. And that's a scary place to be in. So I like Polania. I would like to be Polania in this game. And I would like to be probably Albion Militant with a low bid. Saxony Patriotic with a mid to high bid kind of scares me a little bit because I don't have a lot of control over stalling this game if the bid difference is just 7. Did I say Albion Militant at 6 and Polania Industrial at 17?
Yeah, you did. Oh, yeah, you did.
I still don't think anyone wants to take Tagawa Mechanical here. I just don't know if anyone's going to take Polania Industrial any higher. Okay, Prince Ali is left. He's going back to Saxony, I think. If I had to guess.
Yeah.
Or Albion, I guess. It's just hard because there's this really interesting. Yeah, I called it. He's on Saxony now. Does Dur end it now? I don't know. That 8 on Albion Militant kind of scares me still on Tagawa.
Oh, Tagawa Mechanical is brutal.
It's weird the way bidding works sometimes because Polania Industrial 17 seems about right to me. And it seems doable over Tagawa. 11, but it seems really easy to get 6 over Saxony and 8 over Albion. Like those seem really easy.
Yeah, so it's only proportionate to 1. Yeah.
But like 10 on Albion Militant versus Saxony Patriotic's a little bit scary. Like the game has to go longer or your encounters just have to be fire.
So you're saying you like if there was no bidding, you would prefer Albion Militant over Saxony Patriotic in like this matchup? Like
no, I don't think so. No, I wouldn't say that at all.
Okay.
Okay, so Polania Industrial's up to 20. That's high. I mean, that's a symptom of Tagawa Mechanical being in this game. It's just what you have to attribute that to. 22 is just insanely high. And the way it's hard, I've never found a good way to articulate it. But but there are certain point ceilings that generally attach to certain numbers of turns with certain combinations. So, for example, a $22 bid is getting difficult, even though Polania Industrial is going to beat Tagawa 95% of the time, right? In this matchup. So $22 is getting tough. And it may be that Saxony Patriotic can easily clear 13 over Tagawa, and Polania can easily clear 10 over Saxony, but Polania might struggle to clear 23 over Tagawa, if that makes sense, because if you're ending between 50 and 60 points, which is where rush strategies usually end anywhere from turns 13 to 15, I mean, you subtract out 23, and Tagawa's only got to get to like 27 and some to stall.
And they have 13 turns. If they spend the whole 13 turns oriented around that, they can easily do it, right? Like they can go in lakes, they're leaving traps.
Caleb asked, how big of a difference to the bids does the specific scenario make?
Huge difference depending on how you play it. According to my game, there's like a 45-point swing, but
oh, 24. I'm off. Oh my gosh, 25 on Polania Industrial.
I feel like Tagawa Mechanical is starting to look great to me. I would have picked Saxony Patriotic and like just taken it a long time ago and trusted the other players to stall, because I think that the other players can withstand Polania early and not give up much, and then Polania kind of like peters out a little bit and they have just a lot of spread. So then Saxony Patriotic is set up super well to win. It's like you're trusting the other players to defend on the combos they're on. Is like, if you have that, you get to go Saxony Patriotic. Like if I was bidding, I would have gone for Saxony Patriotic, probably incorrectly, like too hard.
Yeah, I mean, at 26 now, think about it this way. Tagawa with 24 points is in a tie with a 50-point Polania Industrial. 24 points. And you can't take points away from Tagawa. I mean, you can, but it's so hard because they have so much area control. Suton is a beast late game. There's the traps, obviously. And Tagawa, I feel like there's so much of the points always comes out of the coins. All right. You know what? I was completely wrong about who would be on what. Like 100% wrong.
Yeah, I really didn't expect Hollow to take that. I think that, I don't know if Hollow wanted to be on that. I wonder if they were just waiting to get kicked off, but it didn't happen. I don't know. That's not Hollow's play style, in my opinion. Like, I don't know if Hollow's super comfortable with that play style with huge bid.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised to see Prince Ali on Tagawa Mechanical. He would have been, I mean, I can say this now because, you know, but he would have been my second guess for who was going to end up on that.
Your second, yeah.
I actually kind of like. I
wish I was Tagawa. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get these bids on the screen. Is Polani more valuable due to being able to hoard loads of food on a lake? Maybe. I mean, have to see. But
I wouldn't say that gives it much more value.
I mean, here's the thing. You've got to move someone off. Take off.
I mean, let's see. Industrial, Albion, Militant. So you don't think Albion can withstand Polania if they just go and try to take 2 combats while doing bottom rows off of them? Like early?
I think that Albion, with good encounters, has a real shot this game. But that 15 coin bid, if the game, Saxony, here's the thing. I both like the Saxony Pat bid and I don't like the Saxony Pat bid. The reason I like it is just think about Saxony Pat as a 0 with Polani Industrial as a 12. I like that.
Yeah.
And I like Saxony Pat as a 0 with Albion Militant as a 1. But there's a problem in this particular matchup. In this particular matchup, Polania is going for a really quick game and trying to win a quick game. Albion is trying to go for a longer game and win a longer game, probably. I mean, I've seen Albion Militant finish in 14 turns before. It can happen. Stranger things have happened. But the way these are usually played and the way these usually unfold is Albion Militant is a late game beast. While Polani Industrial is a rush monster. And Saxony Patriotic is somewhere in between. So does Saxony Patriotic win a long game against Albion Militant? I don't know. I'm not sure. They do. Do they win the short game against Polani Industrial? Probably not with just a 12 coin bid. So
they're not situated to excel in either situation is kind of what you're saying. Like,
yeah,
it's not, they don't have a strength against either of those two extremes.
Like, do you lose? Now, I think the best scenario for Saxony Pat here is one of the players leaves themselves exposed and they get 2 good objectives. Because if Saxony Patriotic can end in 13 or 14 turns, I think they win. And I don't think there's anything anyone can do about it. But if this game goes beyond, I mean, maybe 15 turns. But if this game goes turn 16 and beyond, and Albion's gotten some decent encounters, we start to get into Albion's territory.
Yeah.
Saxony wins 15, 16 turns.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that. 15, definitely. This ends in turn 15 and Polani is not ending it. It's Saxony's game, in my opinion.
I feel like even like 17 turns, Saxony can win. I don't know. If I was gonna bet, looking at these player assignments and bids, I would bet on Saxony. Yeah, I would bet on Saxony, like with my money. But I don't know. Who would you bet on if you had to put money on this?
Like I said,
maybe Prince Ali. I don't know. Yeah,
I like the Sax Pat bid, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think Polani Industrial is too steep.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
I think that's too much.
Well, yeah, it's just when it's first Tagawa Mechanical, when it's trying to end, it'll basically won't be able to, no matter what they do, I think. is the problem. They can end, like you were saying, they'll be fine versus Albion and Saxony in their window to end. What is it about Albion Militant that makes them such a late game beast? Because when I look at that in Saxony Patriotic, I kind of think that they're about equivalent, like mid, late, and late.
Okay. So the Patriotic board and the Militant board, as you know, are both coin monsters. Because they put so much coin on deploy. I mean, 5 total coins, 6 in counting the enlist coin on the Militant board on those 2 bottom row actions. And then on the Patriotic board, there's a total of also 6 between deploy and enlist. The thing with Albion Militant is you're going to be doing both deploys and enlists. And with Saxony and a rush strat, you're only going to be doing one of those. So Saxony Patriotic just doesn't have...
Oh, they don't have the economy off the enlist.
They don't have the economy that Albion Militant does. They could play an economy game, but typically that's not the best route to go with Saxony. And we see this is the typical mind start out of Polania. So, but Albion is slower. It's more vulnerable. It can't end the game as quickly as Saxony Patriotic. So all being equal, I like Saxony Patriotic better. And I'm surprised it went cheaper, honestly. But like I said, is Saxony going to be able to... If Saxony can end quickly, Saxony wins.
Yeah, like they're not gonna have the military resources or the economy if they miss their like luck window and ending window. Now I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Is this I love BB Scythe in chat? Is this guy who's always trolling BB and looking for group? Forget his name. One of Dur's in real life friends. Is that you, man? It's like John something, right? Okay. We got the typical mind start out of Polania Industrial. We're going to see the speed mech next turn, 3rd wood, and then a move to the encounter. Albion set themselves up for a looks like a turn 3 enlist and a move coin enlist and a move into the first mech. Gawa went the 1 upgrade route and they put it on move and deploy, which makes a lot of sense. Standard Sax Pat opening with the first upgrade on move and deploy, and then the produce for 2 oil. We're going to see those 2 workers come up to metal in the village, and probably a second upgrade on deploy, although getting metal off the encounter could tempt him to put the upgrade on enlist. So there's the mech out of Polania, and I think we're all caught up. Oh.
I like Albion Militant a lot now that I'm thinking and seeing it. It's just smooth, like, yeah, and it's weak, but the economy is going to be so nice.
So this is clever. I don't think he's going to produce oil. I think we're going to see another trade. And then I think we're going to see the character come out to the second encounter and the worker go back to metal. If I had to guess.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to actually produce oil. Who's hitting this encounter? Tagawa?
So you're saying he's going to like trade for metal next turn and then move again? Something like that.
I think if I can't be sure. Okay, he takes the enlist. I think that makes a lot of sense. Uncle John. Okay, well, welcome, Uncle John. I think that what Dur has got in mind here is a trade for like metal.
Yeah.
A character move to the oil and then move that worker that's on the oil back to metal or to food.
Yeah. I mean,
okay, this was cool. Not the dream encounter. So, gosh, how many coins do you have right now, Sax Pat? That mech is tempting. It's so expensive. Joy doesn't believe in the $4 mech.
He doesn't? Yeah.
No.
What did he take? He took 2 metal? Okay.
Yeah. Which saves a turn, basically.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's a trade for 2 metal turn in this opening. I know.
He can do produce deploy,
like
produce
turn
deploy.
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, he saved himself a turn.
Smooths it out a lot, actually. But I'm sure he would have preferred a better encounter than that. That wasn't ideal.
Just watch me be wrong about Dur. I'm just telling you what I would do if, and I'm really excited because it's never occurred to me that you could do this with Albion Militant, to use the worker to just hop to that encounter and then use the second move to get the worker back where you want it. Okay, 1 upgrade and 2 resources. Beautiful.
That's money.
There's your medal for mech number 2. You can put the mill on the forest now. You don't need the mine. You're gonna go with the mine anyway. Oh.
I wouldn't. Yeah, the mine was a mistake, I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay, so Albion did produce. I still think what I said was cooler.
Yeah. I know it is hard to get that 1 upgrade for the militant board, though. So, and also, like Durkin, he's gonna have this worker walk ahead and then jump the character to it, or like put the mech down, do the triple move, get the factory card, kind of thing.
I would have loved to see a mill on that wood space there. I'm still hung up on that.
Yeah. I wonder if it's about.
Oh, hello.
Late game.
Hello.
Ooh.
5 resources.
Got 3 pop. Nice.
2 oil, 3 metal, right? Nope, gonna go the food route. I thought maybe he'd want to stop and get the upgrade.
Yeah. I mean, the upgrade lets him jump to the factory. It also makes probably his deploys cheaper, which it's hard to get. He's not set up yet to get a lot of metal very easily, but that was an amazing encounter.
Yeah, the 3 oil actually means that next turn, which is 6, you bolster into an upgrade, and turn 7 you can be on the factory.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can't because Polania is going there, and you can't.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't hop the work. You can't do a worker whip if the factory is occupied. Tagawa here with a 3 worker strat so far.
Yeah, I mean,
look at Albion already with a pile of 15 coins.
Wow.
And 2 mechs.
Yeah, in my game, it was Albion Mechanical, but they were making so much coin. I was like, what? You're beating me in coin? I'm on NordPat. What? Yeah, that's a lot of coin real quick.
I think that's 15 coins in 7 rounds.
Because they got 2 deploys off Polania, 1 deploy off Tagawa. They enlisted that real early, and then they played 2. They got 5 coins off of mech deploys. 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're basically getting 12 extra coins from the deploying list this game, but then when they deploy, they get 3 also every time.
Okay, so Polania is pretty much not going for the build star, is what this tells me. This is interesting.
Yeah, I don't think. I feel like the Polania bid is just cursed. Ooh, okay.
Did you see the?
Yeah, that's.
Did you see the factory card?
Insane.
That's good. Good.
I mean, that's like maybe the one thing that could save Polania's game based on the bid, in my opinion. Also, yeah, so what I was saying is like Polania seems like a cursed thing with the 26 bid in a 4-player game, where it's going to be hard to get that many encounters. 1. Also, if the game goes long, because I feel like it's likely to, you can't really build. You have to do enlists. So you can have some sort of economy, which is also awkward for the industrial board. So
Albion has 1 flag out. They're at 25 points right now. 16 of that is in coins and can't really be taken away.
Yeah.
Saxony's just kind of plugging along exactly how we said they would. The produce, deploy, produce Next turn's a deploy.
Yeah.
Now we see Riverwalk. I would think Polani is going to trade 2 food for and grab an enlist. Don't know, but
yeah, I think Polania wants to grab 2 popularity off an enlist and then start getting.
Ooh, look at that. Albion could take a bottom row action. Of course, that would pay 4 for a mech instead of get 4 for a mech. That's an 8-point swing. You can't take number 3.
Yeah,
number 1
for
sets
sure.
them up for the rest of their enlists, though.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is I think that they could transfer that into an upgrade over time, like through the trade action. I think. Yeah. What do they got? 3 workers still? Okay, yeah, they have a lot of money. So this is kind of... Oh, yeah, since he didn't have the upgrade and Polani was on the factory, he just moved in closer. Okay, that makes sense. Do you think that Tagawa was playing this the right way for... Like, how they need to stall? Points-wise?
I mean, I like what they're doing all right. They've got some power. They've got the 1 upgrade on the deploy. They've got a mech out.
They did get the deploy or that enlist on the coin. That was pretty important.
What I'm not really sure about is not trapping this mountain with Polania in the game. That's going to be a vulnerable spot, especially since I think Polania is going to be in a really good spot if they can steal some metal. So we're going to see 1 and 3.
Polania steal metal, huh? Oh, yeah. They, wait, no. They don't really need metal, though.
Well, except that if they were able to pick up metal, they're not going to need it now, I don't think, with all that food, because they can trade.
Well, their next produced, they'll get their last mech.
Yeah, but they won't get the worker star. And if you could do it in such a way that you get both, you'd be in a pretty good place. What did Dur just do? He paid the 3 food, traded for 2 more food. So he's just going to use that food to ride himself to his enlists.
Yeah.
And interesting of note, Albion got off the tunnels before Saxony got out the second mech. Saxony can still attack Albion, but Albion no slouch there with the 6 power, 3 combat cards, and shields on the board.
Yeah.
And Polania probably able to grab and enlist this next turn if they want it. Sitting on 1 popularity.
Yeah, I missed their last move. Okay, I see what they did.
Yeah, how?
What'd they pick up? Oh, they picked up 3 food, a heart, and a worker. Okay.
I really like where Albion is at this point in the game.
Yeah. Doing super well.
I mean, and the score also reflects that. I mean, they're up on 10 with Tagawa right now with that 15 coin bid. They're beating the other 2 outright, easily covering the 1 coin over Saxony. 69mega.com. Have a good time. Find your love. Well, we're gonna hide this user on the channel.
Yeah.
It's bot spam.
Let's see, so yeah, Polania doesn't have any enlists yet. They've got the 1 pop now off that. Yeah, they needed to get off of the map so they weren't going to be attacked, and then they were able to get the 1 pop. They can use it now for the enlist, so that works out well. It is a little bit of a dance. Anyone who's somewhat vulnerable is like moving out of the way right before the other players
Okay,
move in.
this was an interesting way to play this. Wanted to leave 3 workers on this village. Couldn't take them to the tunnel village. Chose not to take them to the encounter village, which I think would have been an option, right? Could have covered up that encounter and kept Polania off of it. Ooh. $3 for an enlist, but can you afford it?
No, they can't afford that. Plus, like, how many mechs are out? 2 and 2. Yeah, I mean, they're only getting 4 more off their neighbors if they do take the coin enlist at this point, which they pay 3 for it. That's like net 1. Ooh.
So Albion's going to get to put a flag on the factory, which means Tagawa can't trap it, which is pretty huge.
Yeah.
So what I was saying that Joy could have done is taken all 3 workers from that village, dropped 1 on the mountain, and then taken the other two up to that mountain tunnel, taking the character up to that mountain tunnel, and then taking the 3 workers from the mountain tunnel to that village that Polania is on. I think that would have denied Polania the encounter, for one, and I think that would have gotten the workers out on the board.
Oh, yeah. Better position to spread from when you finish the worker star. I wonder if, though, do you think Joy sees Polania in a good position, like, right now? I don't know. They have 2 coins.
Technological breakthrough. Well, that is why he did not take oil off that encounter like we thought he might.
What did he take instead? I can't remember.
Food.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had a choice. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. I think Joy maybe doesn't want to... Didn't feel the need to deny Polania based on Polania's trajectory right now. Like, they have a unideal worker setup right now.
I mean, unless you think you're at risk out there. And right now, Tagawa can't get there. Albion can't get there. So unless you think, I mean, Albion can now with a factory card, I guess. And they have a mech factory card. So, I mean, maybe you're worried that you could have produced the 8 workers, though, before Albion could have touched you. And you'd be out of the base instead of still inside the base.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not an ideal position to spread out from with for Saxony. I agree. I do think that Polania is in trouble though with 2 coins right now. They have the deploy enlist.
I mean, Polania has to clear 11 right now over Albion, which would put them at 47 right now. So in terms of turns and bids, it's certainly doable. I look at this board state and I don't think they're there. And right now, if I was Polania, I would give anything to have 3 workers on that village and 2 on that mountain.
I know.
And be able to, like, this is what I was trying to say earlier. Trade for some metal. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Okay, rearrange.
They did it.
There you go.
It cost them a turn, but they did it. So now what they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to trade for a metal, and we may see even another food. But having to do that, my gosh, it's going to be so hard to spread those workers out from there. I guess it's not too bad because you can river walk to Rustviet's base.
Yeah. You can't.
And pick up some farms while you do it.
Yeah. I don't
Albion's
think they need any more metal though. They just produce here. Yeah, they just produce here and they're good for 2 stars.
Albion basically has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns to end the game. Is what I count. So that would be turn 15 possibly. Because we've got 1 trade enlist, 2 factory card deploys, and
2 produces.
2 produces.
So that's 5, I think.
Yeah.
And
so,
yeah, they take objectives and combats while moving on their deploys. So wow, that is very efficient. So that's like round 17. 17, 16.
yeah, John, I like Dur here right now.
Yeah.
I like his position. I like the score that he's got right now. Only got to beat Saxony by 1. Another reason Saxony, if they brought those workers out to the village, and I'm going to keep harping on this, is right now they'd have 3 combat units within the factory instead of 2. Yeah. Now, they are going to get to this turn, I guess, drop a mech up on that tunnel, but you do that, that's 1 less mech you got to spread the workers. I mean, maybe it works out. I don't know. I feel like it was an opportunity. All right, Tagawa finally setting up some sort of engine here. I don't know.
Round 11.
I don't know. I think this is too little, too late out of Tagawa. I think
what are you gonna do?
Stall right now.
Enlist for 4 food 3 times. Like the game will be over by the time you finish those 5 turns. Like. And you have no spread at that point.
Let's see. 3 resources. Pay $2 to get 3 wood and build a building, which is tempting, but doesn't do a whole lot for you.
Do anything for you.
I don't think he has 3 popularity, and he doesn't. So it's probably still going to be number 2, but what do you take? You take... I mean, that's the thing. You set yourself up to where you don't really need resources.
Don't need resources. I would just take 3 food for this end game score. And also, I would.
That's only a net of 1
like,
point.
I
guess it's a net of 2 points.
Isn't it 1 point per extra grain?
Yes, but you're paying $2 for them.
Oh. Well.
And they're worth.
You gain 1 point in the game, then. At the end of the game, you gain 3 points. It's a net of 2 points.
Yeah, that's what.
Maybe that doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, just the structure bonus near like a lake might be better than that. But if I was them, instead of moving, I would have maybe produced again to get to full workers, because like they just don't have turns to spare. 1 and 2. Instead of enlisting, I would just have 7 workers. Just producing food, maybe. I don't know. Maybe the enlisting. Yeah, they already have the coin enlist.
Monument. That's interesting. I don't know why you go monument. I mean, maybe just a why not situation. I don't know how I overlooked this. Well, I do. We were talking about Polani and their little clever moving over here. Albion dropped a mech on the factory and then moved their character 1 space towards Saxony, essentially saying, fine, you can get a combat off me, but it's going to be a while before you get to the factory.
Yeah, that was a nice block.
It's a real.
I didn't think about that. Yeah,
it's a real respect move too. Albion respecting Saxony's ability to finish the game quickly if they can get their hands on a factory card.
Definitely.
Saxony can still attack the factory though, with 2 units.
Yeah.
You see it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The jump around the tunnel would drop onto through the metal adjacent to the factory. Mm-hmm. Let's see. They have, I mean, they have the advantage on power and everything. And JoyDivision's going for that.
He's not going to move to the factory this turn, it looks like.
Let's see. The last move. The thing is, oh yeah, the nice thing is he doesn't have to do it this second because
well, it's turn 12. He can't do it till turn 14 now. Unless he's going to go 1v2.
Right now, right?
What's that?
He's moving right now. Yeah, he's moving right now. Yeah, he has to wait 2 turns. But the thing is, like, within those 2 turns, Albion's not going to have any more mechs on the factory. They shouldn't.
Well, sure they could. Right?
Oh, actually, with their factory card, they can again. I think they just... Oh, they just produced? Oh, yeah, this turn they can add another mech. Yeah, that's true, actually.
Okay.
I think they need the metal.
Saxony right now going for that food. It's a big point swing right there.
Yeah.
And pretty crushing to Polania's game. Oh, and just... Wow. Polania just needed 2 more. And send 1 back. This just got real, guys. So... I would think Polani is going to counterattack. What is happening?
9 versus 8.
Oh my gosh. Albion is excited right now if Polania goes all out and wins this combat.
You can see that Saxony is real careful with the spend. Oh, okay.
Oh, it'd be so cool right now to have a mine on that village, because Albion could burrow over and attack Polania there.
Oh yeah. Oh, Polania's 3-3. Okay.
I wondered about this. I wondered if he'd take the 1 worker to the flag and then attack Saxony there.
Oh yeah. The 1 worker to the flag.
Yeah, he did the factory move, so he gets 2 moves.
Yeah.
He takes the 1 worker to the oil tunnel, or the oil flag.
Yeah.
Which gives him 2 territories, basically.
Yeah. And then from there can attack. Go to the top. He's got sword. Yeah, Saxony doesn't have disarm, so that's pretty perfect. Ooh.
And he can get off.
Send 1 back.
He can get back off that tunnel if he wants.
Next turn with his triple move.
Before Saxony can do anything about it.
Saxony just did their move. Yeah. He's playing around the timing so well. This game. Not to mention having an insane score.
And he's got to hope. Because Saxony can't counterattack this turn. He's got to hope that Polania has the wherewithal to move that food to the water. Because retaking that food as Saxony is a complete game changer. And look at Albion right now, up by 20 over Saxony. And easily covering the bid on Tagawa, easily covering the bid on Saxony, and blowing Polania out of the water at the moment.
So, yeah, okay, wait. I was wondering if Tagawa was jumping into this. There's a lot of tunnel areas to be attacked.
There's blood in the water with Saxony right now, I think.
Ronin.
Yeah. And this is crushing for Saxony, because this means they can't even counterattack Polania in turn 14 if they lose this battle. And I can't believe that Tagawa's going into this if they don't intend to throw enough to walk away with the win.
Yeah.
Sax can still 2v2 the factory. That's a comment from earlier, right? No bad. Just saw it.
Double Ronin.
Yeah, So,
I mean, Saxony was still gonna have to attack 1v3 against Polania, I believe. If they can hold this position, it's still like a 1v3.
it's true.
Not great, but
and they're worn down on their power kind of by now.
Yeah, the 2 combat cards is an issue. Yeah, you know how you said Saxony Patriotic in order to do things in a reasonable
well played
amount of time.
Well played on that combat. That's 4 stars. Saxony, Albion gonna end this in 2 turns. Hey Deneb, how's it going?
Let me see here. What was their objective? Was Albion's objective? Okay, so Tagawa.
It was technological breakthrough.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So did Tagawa jump in enough points to stave off Albion from ending the game? And the answer is no. And just a trade for metal out of Saxony here.
Point difference. Yeah.
So I think if you're Albion right now, you can move off the tunnel and get a little spread, but you don't have the worker star yet. So maybe you just produce the worker star now and just know that you're going to give Saxony a combat.
Yeah.
And just hope they can't cover, I mean, what would be essentially
so much money.
27 points in 1 turn? 26 points? I mean, even if Saxony can end, how do they get 26 points? So I think if you're Albion, you just
just sacrifice some to them, give them some ground, but you finish way earlier.
Now Polania can throw a wrinkle into this. They can attack Albion 1v1 on that village with their Riverwalk, but they've already used their triple move, so they'd have to use the factory card, which would be 1v1, and Albion has shield.
They're gonna lose that. Yeah, I mean, they may not lose that, but they're likely to lose it.
Well, if Albion has to save 1 power to produce, then it's essentially 4 power to 3 power after shield. And do they have good cards left? What did they throw before in that last battle?
3-2.
They threw a 5. Albion's thrown 2 5s, haven't they?
Albion threw a 5 in the last battle. I think they only fought once, Albion. Oh no, they've been in 2 battles. Okay. Oh, so they threw a 5. Where's the last battle?
Yeah, there it is. There's the produce. Albion can end at will now.
Yeah.
This game's...
They just need to enlist, right? They just need to finish their enlist. I mean, yeah.
Game's probably over.
Polania could take their food. Wait,
you have to. I mean, that stalls you. That stalls you 1 turn, essentially, is what that does.
Let's see. Yeah.
I mean, you take it, Albion just comes back and retakes it, and it's game over. Not only is it game over, but...
Wait, that stalls 2 turns off Albion. Or, yeah, Albion has to spend an extra turn just getting back, and then they can do it. Yeah. So
okay, so... So Saxony really needs Polania to see this stall right here. Okay, does no popularity, so it's number 1 or number 3. Be 3 resources, which could be an upgrade, or just 3 food, like you said. That's a 2-point increase.
Not great, but it is.
Saxony just has to pray right now that Polania goes in to take that food.
I think Polania will see it and will Like, if they don't have a 5, they won't go for it, but...
Well, they have to. They have to either way.
You think
There's
so?
no choice.
Okay.
Well, no, Albion,
like,
Albion has 5
5
stars.
Yeah, Albion maybe only has a 4. So, like, if you have a 4 or a 5, you should go for it, but...
I mean, you can bring 2 units. They've got their triple move.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought they didn't have their triple move available this time. Yeah,
They're up by 8, 11.
They can easily just win that. Here comes the gang up stall move.
Yeah. But one thing we got to look at is Saxony by attacking. How did... Oh, because disarm happens before shield, now Albion's going to have 8 power. So Albion can actually afford to throw down here. They want.
Huh.
They don't.
They could have played. They could have played up to 11 though. I think. Yeah, Albion could have played up to 11 there. I think it's safer not to, but then you have to deal with more turns.
And here's where Albion just gets a little spread and takes their food back. And Polania can't do anything to retake it. So what's the score now? 60. Polania is sitting on 11 food, but that doesn't even make up for the bid. And Saxony's helpless. Just can't move. Just has to watch.
They just triple move. Yeah, I mean...
The game's over, unless I've missed something. Polania can't win a combat now with...
It's only up 15 on Tagawa, which is like, so Tagawa can't stall either, because that's like not a big deficit. They're double Tagawa's points, but they're only up 15, so they're like up 27 points, but their bid's 15. So.
If Polania hadn't had to stall last turn, I mean, if they hadn't had to stall, they possibly could have traded for enlist or use their factory card to spread and then traded for an enlist the next turn. But
I don't know how that Polania industrial bid got so inflated, especially with 4 players in the game. Like, just you can't get that many encounters.
There's the mech star, and it even end as Saxony, but no way there's enough points.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert, I've got Dur up by more than 15. I mean, Polania is at 56 with that food. I mean, they do have 2 farms, but Dur's got a farm. And Polania has to beat Dur by 11. They're up by 10.
8 territories for Tagawa now. It's still a very low score.
I count 13, but I may have missed something. No, I count 15. Maybe getting it wrong. I don't think it matters. I mean, yeah, I think you do this. I think you bump the worker here on the tundra and just hope it's enough, but I don't think it's enough.
No.
Albion's up by... Yeah. I think even if Albion doesn't get any more points, they win right now. Yeah, and they are going to get more points for the star.
Yep. They're going to get...
Unless Tagawa just has the 1 farm. Albion has 1 farm. So he's got 12 minutes to do the math before he starts losing points. He didn't need it. There it is. And the 2 coins off the enlist. And that is all she wrote.
So let's see. I mean, yeah, like there wasn't a lot of hoarding going on, so it's mainly to calculate it. We can just look at the bids.
So let's see. Durr ends with 1 food and 1 farm. So you add 3 to his score for 64. You take out 15. That's
51?
49.
Oh. Yeah.
Polania has 11 food but loses 26. That's 34. Saxony, 34 plus 4. That's for the 2 farms. That's 38. Saxony's at 41, loses 14. They're at 28 because they have the 1 food. And then Tagawa's at 38. So Saxony actually comes in last with, it looks like Tagawa and Polania maybe tying. No, that's not right. I don't think I...
26.
Yeah, each food grants a resource this round. Not, it's different. There's a score augmentation factor every round of the tournament. This one, it was that farms give you 2 coins at the end of the game and food gives you 1. So let's see here. Let's jump over to the Discord where they're in chat. If they've actually... I'm sure they'll do the math in a minute, but we know Albion took this. Pretty confident Saxony got 4. So did Polania or Tagawa get second? Not that it matters for scoring purposes, but I'm curious. Polania with 11 food and 2 farms. That's 15 points.
Tagawa might
plus their 49. That's 64. Minus 26 is 38. Tagawa also with 38 and 1 farm. So Tagawa with 40. Tagawa takes second. Polania takes third. Saxony takes 4th is what I have.
Huh. Yeah.
Well, hey everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This game didn't take nearly as long as last night's. So I'm actually going to get some sleep before I go to a football game tomorrow with my kids, so that should be a lot of fun. My team just beat their rival for the first time in 15 years last week, so it's a pretty exciting time for my team.
Oh, cool.
But,
is it a college team?
Yes.
Nice.
Gonna be watching football tomorrow with 100,000 of my closest friends, so should be fun.
Cool.
Thanks everybody. Thanks for joining me, Ninju. Really appreciate you jumping in the stream. And
thanks, Momo.
And good luck everybody with the rest of your tournament rounds. And congratulations, Mr. Durr.